Okay, so good evening and welcome everyone to our intro for the Light Body Meditation series. So it's myself here and Caroline Komodo who will be teaching. We'll be teaching this together, which is fun, and the whole series is great. So we're looking at a 6 months series of meditations. So a total of, let's see, almost 75, around 75 meditations that you will be doing over that period of time. Sounds like a lot, but it's half a year. And the meditations are from about 25 to 30 minutes. So if you have 12 meditations to do over the course of 2 weeks, over the course of a month, actually. So 12 meditations a month.
Yeah, month.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is. That's 3 a week, and they're not long meditations. And the results of doing this are pretty phenomenal. So even though that sounds like 75 different meditations sounds like a lot of work, it's actually, really pretty powerful. It's not just pretty powerful, it's really powerful and amazing work. I don't know anything out there like it. I've been around the block with meditations, been practicing meditation very seriously since the later part of the 80s, or before that anyway. But real strong meditation practice starting in 1988. And been to India and just a lot of teachers, and I've never come across anything like this. So the Light Body, this course sets up a whole system, an energetic system that allows you to do what is called interdimensional traveling, or traveling out into the realms of light. And this base that you set up, which is this course, the Awakening series, sets up these energies, and the energy is really set up. It's like someone built an engine that would allow you to do this kind of a liftoff. And it's phenomenal. It takes you out into realms and spaces and perspectives, and connects you to beings of light, and connects you to your higher aspects of yourself. So not only do you move into higher realms, higher worlds, higher perspectives, higher connections, but you also get in touch with, in order to do that, in order to make that liftoff, the energy has to have a very specific certain alignment to make this happen. And this course walks you through that. You have to move through the emotional body and find calmness, peace, and harmony in the emotional realm. Also in the mental realm, has to have a calmness and peace at that level. And really right through to the spirit, and you are working with that. You're building this power base that's going to lift you off, and at the same time you are working through the blockages that will hold you back. So what a great combination. So Caroline.
Yes.
Okay, let you add to that.
Well, I was reading over some of my notes And I I I just can't believe how much um, spiritual growth and how much consciousness I've been able to gain by combining this with medical qigong practice. And um, it really is about the evolution of your soul and the connection with your soul in order to reach out into these higher realms, and also to be able to walk and live in the earth plane as more and more of your highest self. And amazing amazing program. Takes you step by step through the process, so that at the end of it, that you can do this all on your own. You have the meditations and the journeys forever. They're yours once you buy them, and you can use them as much as you want. And I suspect that your connection with the energies will make it very easy to do more than 3 a week. And sometimes you might sit down and do 2 or 3 at a time, because they are amazing and you can do them over and over again. So um, for me, I've been meditating with light body journeys since 2014. And I think the biggest thing for me is that it has helped me to be calmer and more peaceful, and be more of who I am in the world. And yeah, once you get the awakening base under your belt, then there are so many other things you can explore.
Yeah, takes you from there. You are, when you become a graduate, light body graduate, then you can take a lot more. That's just the base. It's the very starting point, and then you can go to live seminars. We're also going to be offering more more of the higher levels of learning this too, and hope one of those will start maybe up in not January, maybe February. Get another series going. You might do the what's that called?
Self-exciting, or the other one?
The other one. Yeah, there's
The frequencies? Something about the frequencies?
filling in the frequencies.
Yes.
Thank you. It's called the vibrations. No, it's not the vibrations, it's the frequency. Filling in the frequencies. Yeah. So looking at that, yeah, because it just takes it, again, moves everything up to another level. So the amount of growth that you can do through this whole series is pretty amazing. So if you're looking for spiritual growth, um, and it will enhance everything that you do. So there's no area of your life, because we are body, mind, spirit always, all the time. This just is part of that. It's just a way to enhance who you are, a way to build that connection. And like I say, I just don't know any other. I don't know any other way to do this. And I explore. I was just in Costa Rica exploring plant medicine. Like, is this, how does that fit together with what we are doing here? And it's very interesting. This is, a light body is, very, very powerful. It's as powerful. It's a, conscious without doing plant medicine. And, will take you, to these places. You don't need to do plant medicine. I mean, this plant medicine was interesting, and it's not easy. It's not about getting high, that's for sure. It's a very difficult way to get what you can get a lot easier by doing light body meditation. They are different, but it's all spiritual work. So it's all moving towards the same goal. And it's actually something I would totally recommend people who do plant medicine as a way of what is called integration, like to really bring this into your life all the time. So, and I do have we've had some people do this who are actual shamans, plant medicine shamans. Um, so that's also works for them. Just as a little aside there, in my world of wanting to explore and wanting to know, what's going on. So I've been doing the light body since the middle of the 90s. So I have been doing it for almost 20, I think maybe 24 years. So I've been doing it a long time. I'm part of the Discovery Group, as is Caroline, and also part of the Seed Group. And those are sort of, we are the experimental people who get to go another step, getting ready for the seminars that follow. So ever since the beginning, and this began in '89, and I have to tell you that the recordings, these recordings, these are the modern version because they're on CDs, were on cassette tapes. And it's sort of like a little path has been laid. And it's interesting because they do sound in a lot of ways like 1989, but the thing is that the energy in them is still 100% fresh. They don't have a stale date. Like, these will not expire. They don't expire after a while. They are like forever good. That energy and the light beings who work with you when you do these are always there. You're always spiritually supported as you go through this course. There's a transmission, there's an energy that is embedded in this series. It's not just someone speaking some words that you're listening to. There's so much more than that in all of this work. It is filled with beings of light that are there, and they are working with you very personally, very individually. It's what makes this very different than other things that you might have done or might do. That there is this connection that has been built into this. It's a lot of the reason, for the light body, and for making it, very unusual, because it's all transmission. It's transmission of states of consciousness, and it has this very powerful connection.
And the other part of it that I was reminded of was about the grid work, the light body grid work. And so Wendy and all the other pioneers who have been doing this work for all these years have been contributing, as have, I guess, the hundreds of tens of thousands, or I don't know how many people practice light body, to a grid work of light that holds the energy of the work that we do, that apparently is much easier to connect into now because of all the pioneers laying down the work. And so, Wendy, could you just talk a little bit about the grid work?
Sure. So the grid work is where the energy, when we get into these higher spaces, we become less individual and we become more connected. And so as we become more connected, we connect into and contribute our energy. We're not like just all hoarding ourselves. We are allowing ourselves to expand and become part of what you would call a oneness. And as we do that, we all connect together, and we lay this energy fabric into the higher spaces around, or the higher vibrations around our planet, that we can all connect to. So it's there for anyone who is reaching higher, anybody who wants to get into a higher space. This is helping to uplift the consciousness of the world. And the Light Body group has been working on this since '89 to make this, to strengthen this grid work around the planet. And I think there's a lot of higher consciousness that is going on the planet now. And, definitely this has contributed to that. You don't come across this so much here, but light body is something that's very international. So there are very large groups doing this in all different places around the world. In Japan, in Taiwan, there's a large groups doing it in China, in Malaysia. We have the live seminars, and they are simultaneously translating them and doing them in large groups in those countries. We also have a lot of people doing it in Europe, and we have people fly into the live seminars from Europe for this. So it's in many ways more international, and maybe why you don't hear about it so much here in North America. But has a very large international following, and which is pretty cool to meet and to connect with those people all around the world who do it. So we have some really good friends from other continents. Japan, I didn't say Japan. Japan has also had thousands of people who have gone through this. Yeah, those are wonderful aspects to it. So we're open to chat if anybody wants to start to ask questions. We'll talk a little bit more about the actual courses. So I start here with course number 1. It's called Building Your Power Base. Of course, you're going to get downloads unless you specifically ask for the CDs, and then they become a package that looks like this, and it's another $60. I don't know if you get the downloads too if you order the CDs.
I don't think you do.
I think
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, if someone is interested, we could always look into that and find out.
I'm not sure there's many people have computers that play CDs.
Yeah, it's not so much anymore. Anyway, so building your power base. So what this is your first month, your first 4 weeks. And this is the power base it's not the chakras, but the energy centers are at the same place as the chakras. So would be chakra 1, 2, and 3. So that's the lower part of the body, and it's really starting to connect you to the powers of the earth, and begin to refine the basic power that's coming in. We are connected to that energy that is rising, and it's not just something that happens up here. One of the great things about the light body is that it is working at all these levels. So at the beginning, you are really working with very, very close into the physical level, but the energies of your interface with the energies of the earth, and allowing that interface to really power you up. So 1, 2, and 3, and it starts to help to bring you into a place that's more calm and peaceful in your life, helping to it starts to shift your emotions. So if I read you the names of some of these meditations, so Caroline and I will also be doing these meditations, of course, with you. As we have our live ones, we'll have every 2 weeks we do the live seminar. So you'll actually get 4 of your meditations for the month actually covered just by coming to the evenings. And that only leaves you another 8 to do for the whole month. But we recommend that you do them, and you do them more than once. So our first one is an introduction, and then we work on these power centers. The first power center, the lowest one, and then the second one, there's called the Nuya and the Dinya. And then you go on a sub-personality journey. So there's also these wonderful journeys. Another one involving your age regression, involving your inner child. You come up to the third energy center, equivalent to the third chakra. An emotional release journey, a self-healing journey. And then you are the master journey, where you go in and get your own wisdom and information, connecting to your higher self, to bring into your life, and journey to the temple of the masters. And it's like an initiation journey, moving you up to the next level. And so those happen pretty much in each level. The personality work, which, like I say, is so important that you do as you're building this energy upward. You build up, and at the same time, you need to clear away blockages. And as someone who's worked with people for many years on the psychological level, doing soul retrieval and all kinds of work that is along that lines. I like the word soul retrieval because it really specifies what happens when you resolve your blockages and your energy comes back into flow. You are bringing your soul back. So I have found these journeys to be really, really powerful and useful. And it's, I think that they've helped me over the years because I've been doing them. Started doing them 25 years ago, and they're fabulous journeys.
Yes, it's nice to bring the personality along.
Yeah, it's really important.
Yes. And so the two beings that are being channeled are called Daben and Orin. And Daben does more of the energy work, and Orin definitely works more at the personality level. So they're very two distinct entities that will be channeled in your CDs or your downloads by Dwayne Packer, and who will channel Daben, and Sanea Roman, who will channel Orin. Yes.
Yeah, good point.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
From their channeling. So they wrote the book Opening to Channel way back when. And if you're not familiar with their books, I'm looking over my bookshelves. What bookshelves?
Yeah, I have mine somewhere too, but I just don't see it.
Right. Anyway, they have a whole, maybe they're over there. Oh, yeah, I think they're over there on the other bookshelves.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sanea hasn't written a lot of books, and they're really great to accompany this. Just a second.
I have one.
Yeah, I think I've got mine all here. Here we go.
Here's, I don't know if you can see that. It's called Soul. Oh, good. Oh, Paula's got opening. Right. Of course, Paula would have opening to channel. Yeah, this one's really good too. And I have another one upstairs.
Right. Yeah, I have a whole stack here. There's a whole stack of Sanea's books. Living with Joy, classic.
Oh, I have that one. That's awesome one.
Yeah, that one's very beautiful. Living with Joy, Personal Power Through Awareness.
Oh gosh, you have them all.
Spiritual growth. Yeah, I have Opening to Channel, which I teach. That's another Living with Joy, different cover. Creating Money, and one that you had there, Soul Love. Yeah. So, and she's writing some more. And she's there in all the seminars. You can always talk to her. So it's fun to connect with Sanea. And yeah, and so she channels Orin, and that's the personality, more the personality work. So my late partner, Philip, worked with them with lots of those books, and he's in the front of the book because they collaborated in different ways, and he helped with the writing and the editing and the channeling. So so connected to all of that. So that was the power base. The next one is called Opening Your Heart Center. And that's a very beautiful, it comes to a place of great peace and calmness to come to the place with the heart center. So important, and really helps to work with all of your relationships. And also just bringing a sense of peace, well, all your relationships, not just family relationships, but all of your relationships in the world. And so wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that one is very, very helpful and useful to you. So it's really, that's like the fourth chakra center. Activating your higher energy centers. So that's the next three more centers: throat, third eye center of the head, and then the crown. So moving up the body and starting to get into the higher worlds and higher dimensions. You're even getting into that, but you're still getting into all that high stuff even here at the heart center. It's getting you connecting into this emotional flow and mental fluidity, this openness that allows you to get into these wonderful higher states of consciousness. The fourth one, aligning your vibrational energy bodies. And so that's when you get the whole thing moving and you're coming into a higher state, and you just sort of, it's a pause in the middle of the whole thing where it's like, oh, pause, let's pause and just get this whole vibrational energy body working. And so playing with all the different energies that are there. The fifth one is called Awakening Your Light Body. So finally, now that you've done all this, you get to actually move into the light body. And it's wonderful because so many different practices where you seem like you go up, 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 up like this. But this is like, no, you get this in a wonderful flow and balance. And then you move through the heart. And you move right through the very center, which is the heart. So we have the head and the heart. And so our great opening is actually through the spirit that opens up into these other dimensions. And I think that's one of the other things about light body that is so wonderful and unique is that the high work actually happens through your heart center, not through the head. And it's much more balanced, and it's just creates this perfect foundation for going into these higher worlds. The last one is called Becoming Radiant. How great is that? So that's the real liftoff, is number 6. And you moved out into those other worlds, and then you start to really move, to get some more of the interdimensional stuff going on. We like interdimensional stuff. So good. Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering if we have some questions out there about any of this. The other thing is that it's all recorded, and it will all be sent to you as a private link into as a YouTube private link. So if you're not able to make it in person, you can enjoy coming and doing it, anytime that you have the time to get on. If you're doing that, if you have questions, then I would have people also ask questions through email. You can email the questions, and then we would be addressing the questions during the class if you're not able to be there on certain evenings, or if you're in a different time zone and it's going to be a real stretch for you. I recommend thinking of your questions first, listening to a couple meditations first, and then getting cozy, because it doesn't start until 10 o'clock at night for some people. Okay, question here about how long are the classes. The classes are 2 hours. So they go from 7 until 9 Pacific time, or 8 until 10 Mountain time, 9 until 10 Central time. I mean, 9 till 11 Central time, and then 10 till midnight Eastern time. So people who do it Eastern time generally get on their jammies and get all cuddled up and headphones on, and see if they stay awake through it all.
Right.
But it seems like a nice thing to do a couple meditations first, and then get there and listen. And if you send us questions that you know you have had, then we will address the questions for you during the class, because everybody enjoys those questions.
So yeah, just to clarify, class meets
Yes.
every second Monday during those times. And yes, we will answer questions, and people can give their feedback, and then Winnie and I will each do a journey with you. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's power packed. It's pretty fun. So we get into those wonderful states as we go through it, and we'll be doing the ones that will be coming up next. So if you were our first class is the beginning, so it's before you start. And so we will introduce 2 of the first 6 meditations. We'll talk about what we're going to be doing, and we'll be introducing those first 2 of the 6. So you'll get sort of the live transmission from us, and then you get to do it on your own. And then, so we'll be doing that each time. So we'll be introducing what's coming next. And then we'll begin the class by the Q&A about what you've done, about how you've gone, and how you've done with those 6 meditations, and then going forward. So much easier than just trying to do this course on its own. It's wonderful to have this whole support system as you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Paula just asked about keeping a journal, and what's great about the whole system is that there is a journal that you can download, or I can't remember if it comes with your package, but that's what I did. It was a place where you could record all your experiences with all the meditations, however many times that you do them. Sometimes they want you to repeat them a couple of times, and so being the diligent, dutiful student that I was, I kept notes on everything for every journey for all 6 of the series, and it's really fun to look back on as well. So yes, I definitely would recommend keeping a journal, and I believe you can access one on the website if it hasn't come downloaded on your package. And when you get the downloads, you'll get them all at once, right? You'll get all 6 of the series all at once, so you'll have them ready to go.
Yeah. And they all come with the PDF. And the PDF includes the journal part. It also has the transcriptions of every one of the meditations.
Yes, that's awesome too.
Yeah. So there's a ton of information in those PDFs.
Yes. So Jill asked, is this essentially a healing journey and a path of spiritual growth?
Yes, it is. It's healing and spiritual growth. Absolutely. Yep. And some of the meditations are very much geared towards healing. And so working with the energies of healing and healing yourself. So you have healing, and you also, and then you're doing this whole energy system of growth. Now, sometimes there's this whole thing like, am I getting it right? Am I doing it right? Is this how I am supposed to be doing it? And so one of the things that's always stressed in this is you go through it, and you will have it'll happen for you in a unique way. There is no right way. And so you don't never compare like, oh, well, you can say like, oh, their journey sounded so great. I wish I had one like that. But really you'll have your own wonderful journeys and you'll have your own wonderful experiences. There's no, someone will have it on the third journey, someone will have it on the fourth journey. Somebody won't have it until the third series. And then, so people have very different experiences going through all this, and none of them, there's no right and wrong.
No. And
So
even with the same journeys, you
yeah.
can have a different experience with the same journeys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Jill says, nice. Yeah, no limits.
No.
Yeah, no limits. No, there's no like expectations. There's no right way. But at the same time, there's lots of opportunity for asking questions. And I know that, I have all sorts of quirky things when I do it. Like when I'm doing it in the large live group, sometimes I find if we're supposed to be, it's like we're being guided in a certain way, like let's, and then move forward. I'll just say to myself, like sometimes I'll say like, don't move forward, and then I'll move forward. So there's no right and wrong in this. Just play with it. It's all about exploration and enjoying it and being curious. Curiosity is great with this. So there isn't just, there's not anything about being the dutiful student who has to do it just right. So.
And Don has a great question. The personal growth that we will be attaining, will this allow me to further help people similar to the medical Qigong?
Yes.
It will enhance your abilities a lot. Yes.
Yeah, a lot. Absolutely.
Like really a lot.
Yes. It's like as if that wasn't already an amazing path. Yeah, it has another dimension to it. And it's just because like you start to be happening in other dimensions. So yeah, hard to explain that until you experience it. So it's something wonderful for you to experience and a great support. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to be doing. There are so many people doing so many different things who study light body, and and it helps everyone in doing what you do, because it helps you to connect. It helps you to see things from higher perspective. It helps you to work with light and work with guidance. So all those are so important.
At one of the live seminars, one of the messages that I got was that sitting there doing that meditation was the most important thing I could do for the world.
Yeah.
That by me working and being in the higher energies and expanding or allowing my energies to grow and become higher, that was really the most important thing that I could do, which was awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So John has a question.
Okay.
What relationship do the light body beings have with us on the human plane? Seems like we go reach out to them, but do they reciprocate? Yes. Great question. Thank you. Yeah,
Yes,
all you do is reach out to them. They're just waiting. They're not actually able to connect to you until you reach out to them. It's one of the higher laws. It's one of the universal laws that they actually can't reach to you until you ask. You have to ask. They don't ever intervene, but as soon as you ask, you get their help. They are here for us. And so as we learn to connect with them and work with them, we open that doorway, we make that pathway more fluid, more open, more solid. And so this work is very much about making a solid connection into the higher worlds. It requires some things. It requires, this emotional letting go. It requires the mental, like the emotional flow, mental fluidity that allows everything to be able to move out of the way. You've got to be able to move out of the way before you can hear that connection, before you can let it in. So it is able to meet you through this, through that openness of letting go of the emotional flow, the mental fluidity. Mental fluidity just means that, well, it doesn't just mean, it's like breaking down rigid patterns that don't serve us, unconscious patterns, unconscious thoughts and blocks that stop us, that we're not even aware that we're doing, and yet they are affecting us. So that becoming fluid and moving, and they're connected completely into the emotions, and then the emotions connected into the body. And so in order to get this energetic movement, these open flows in the body, heaven and earth coming together, the higher realms with our physical realm, does require this openness and fluidity.
And when we do the work, we're also helping them, aren't we?
That's their work, is to help us. So,
yes.
So they fulfill us and we fulfill them. So they're standing around like, when are they going to talk to us? When are they going to reach up and connect? And they're never annoyed. The thing with higher beings is that they're never annoyed. They're always super positive. They're always beautiful beings. Light beings are always loving. They are never not loving. If they are ever not loving, they're not a higher being. It's a real easy way to tell. If they ever get grumpy and upset with you, not a higher being. So we have definite parameters there. Our light beings are definitely light beings.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have two questions. The first one is from Jill. Would you say that this work is the beginnings of our ability to evolve? That is to say, really be a part of reaching for that next generation of people that will truly listen and accept that the guidance of spirit is part of life, part of our everyday existence, and we can be connected.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, I love that.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's called awakening. Yeah. It's like a first step. It's a real step. It's a
awakening
step.
Awakening consciousness, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And Angelica asks, can this work help with physical healing? If so, how?
So healing, if you look at healing in the Chinese medicine perspective, which is what Caroline and I come from, it is all about flow of energy. It is all about the energy flows of heaven moving through you. They're the ones that move down. Those are the yang meridian channels. They all move downward. If you put your arms up, and then they all come downward through the body. That's heaven moving towards the earth. The earth moving towards the heaven. That's the energy that flows up through the body towards the heavens. So we are these channels of energy. It's just who we are. We don't actually hang on to energy. We think that we hoard energy, but energy is like, oh, I want to keep all that energy in. But actually, it's more about the openness than it is about a hoarding or a closeness. Energy and vitality is all around us. It's what we breathe, and it's a part of our world. And so health is about this openness and this connectivity to these flows, and that the flows, the movement of the energy, it's the movement. So if you take energy and you try and make it stop, you can't. well, what's it doing? It's kind of like, it's not healthy. And so we do a lot of blocking energy in our body, and we hold on to things. We hold on to emotions. We hold on to belief systems. And all that stuff is how we block those flows in our body. It stops because we don't want to deal with that. So we grab it and we stick it somewhere. There it is. It's stuck somewhere in our body, and it's creating a blockage, and eventually that blockage is going to create bad health. It's going to create a lack of flow.
And a
And
lot of times it's the slowing or stagnation can be because of our thoughts and emotions and how they stick together. So if all of those energies can open, then theoretically then physical healing would also occur.
yeah, physical healing is about releasing blockages. So in Chinese medicine, you don't name a disease like you didn't used to. Now, of course, the Western influence, they name a disease. So before that, they were just talking about blockages in the flow, what impedes the flow of energy. And so this is a whole system about opening the flows of energy. So it's absolutely a healing system. Yes. Good questions.
Awesome questions.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Some other questions?
Anybody have any other questions? Oh, I have a feeling we have one coming.
Okay. But so let me see, what else can we say about this? It's such a big subject. Like I say, I've been doing this for 25 years pretty much. And so I used to teach it. I started teaching it originally with my late partner. We taught it, we would teach this to groups of people. We would do live classes. And so it's a lot of weekends, if you can imagine. It goes over 6 months. And so that would be six weekend, um, six weekend seminars, 2-day seminars. And then I think the last one is a 3-day seminar. So we're doing it in a much easier way. And so I like this format. It works really well. People are supported, and it's a mix between doing it at home and doing it as a group. So we have another question?
Couple more. Don wants to know how many programs are there, the Awakening Then? And it's like, oh gosh, lots.
Yeah, probably 100.
Yeah, since I started in 2014, I think I counted, and I've done there's 2 major live seminars a year. So if you add that up, I've done at least 10.
10.
Just since I started in 2014. So I don't know how many there were before that.
Oh,
Lots.
yeah. Well, because some years we used to do 4.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we did 4 live seminars. And so there was quite a few years with 4 live seminars too. And it started in 89. So yeah,
Yes. And if you go to the live,
I
sorry,
have a
go
large
ahead.
collection.
Yes. And if you go to the live seminars, what you'll find, the people that come, most, because I ask most, I'm kind of the newbie. I've been going since 2014. Most other people will have been coming regularly for at least 25 years or more. So this is the level of dedication and commitment that people have for this work, right? So it's like I'm the relative new person.
But at the same time, you're always super welcomed by the people who've been there a long
Yes.
time.
Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah.
there's lots. And then John wants to know, are Doben and Oren the only 2 channeled light body beings?
Yes, in this set, in this work, they're the ones, they guide this work. So our work is guided by, more recently, very much by, well, I can't say it. Well, no, because there's also Thaddeus.
Yes.
So today also channels Thaddeus, who is the music that is played behind the
The meditate, yeah.
Yeah, behind the meditations. So, which is really awesome music. So Sanaya channels both Orrin and Thaddeus. But at the same time, they really support everyone in connecting to light beings themselves. I mean, they started really a big channeling movement in the 80s. Um, Dwayne and Sanaya, Orrin and Daben. And so very much wanting to empower everyone to connect to their own guides. And actually, all the more recent seminars, every meditation starts with connect to your guides. They really want you to be also connecting to your guides at the same time. So empowering all of us to do that. And when Caroline and I do the meditations, we are connecting to our guides as we do that. So again, thank you. Good questions.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, great bunch of questions here. Yeah. So there is actually on the website, they have the suggested way that you would move through the whole series. You can go from the Awakening series to the live seminars. They just want you to have done at least that one, and that works well. However, you can also go to the next step, which is either the filling in the frequencies or the self-exciting. And then there's 2 more steps after that. And if you do all those steps, that really kind of moves you up to, without having to do another, 25 years, 30 years, 30 years, that makes at least 60, 70 sets of meditation. I have, when I go through all because mine are all on electronic downloads. I mean, I just have these, you just to scroll through them because there's so many there. And I have all the ones that go back to the beginning. So there's a lot.
Yes.
When I first did this, in my first 6 months, I caught up with all the seminars that had been out there. So I must have done, definitely did more than 10. I did about 15 seminars or something. I did a lot of them, 16 seminars to catch up. And, but I was practicing this. I was doing about 4 hours a day of meditation in order to catch up. Just because I wanted to.
Yes, but that's not expected.
I know, it's not expected. Yeah. I was just so excited when I came across it. It was like, oh my God, this is absolutely incredible. So sometimes I find something and to me it's really amazing and I just grab onto it and do it.
Okay.
So the website is OrinDaben.com.
Yes, and they repeat that after the start of every journey. So OrinDaben.com.
Yeah.
Before that, Paula asked if the live seminars have a specific intent, and the answer is yes.
Yes.
I just can't remember what where we're at, which ones we're in right now. Do you?
Yeah, I think it's called Simulating Light.
Yes. Yes. So sometimes it's a series, and there'll be a series of 3 different live seminars on the same topic, but a different aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're working with these light beings who are actually, they bring in there's a lot of color and there's a lot of communication through color. And it was interesting for me just to go down to this plant medicine because they call it pintas. And it's like, oh, I recognize these beings.
Oh.
You know, I recognize that this has a connection to what we're doing at the same time with the light body.
Wow.
Yeah. So these crossovers. Mm-hmm.
John wants to know if we will be doing a journey tonight.
Yes. if we're through some questions. Yeah. We want to do a journey?
Sure. Does every
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go on a little
Oh,
exploration here.
okay. Do you want me to get started, and then
Sure.
how do you see it going?
Okay. That'd be fun. I was just, I thought about that. I thought, oh, I should have called Caroline first and said, let's do a half and half. But because we didn't think about that. But
Yes.
let's have you start it up,
Okay.
and then I will continue it.
Okay. So
So often we will have you actually download. I think you get a freeload download of Thaddeus music
I
when
think
you
you might. I
when you do
think you might.
when you get the light body. So I just have everyone put on a little bit of Thaddeus music in the background, and then you'll have that adding to the transmission that we do. But we won't do that tonight because you all don't have Thaddeus music to listen to in the background. But it does add something to the meditations. The Zoom doesn't allow us to do that. If we put music on the background, it just makes a lot of distortion, so we don't actually do that. Yeah, that's great, John. That's not a
For
problem.
some reason, I thought we were only doing an hour tonight. That's weird. Anyways,
Okay.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll one of the things that you'll learn is that posture is really important when you're doing these journeys, or it can be important. So I just invite you to find a posture that's fairly erect, and let's see what else that they want me to. And so I'm just gonna start, and
Okay,
I think the guides they're gonna just talk me through this. Okay.
that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome. It is our pleasure and delight to be here with you tonight and to share an introduction into the energies that you have been discussing. And we would ask that you begin by sitting erect and bringing your focus to your breath. Bringing your awareness and attention to the breath as it moves into the body, filling your abdomen, filling your chest, and then letting the breath go. Using the breath to bring your awareness into your body. As we move into a state of relaxation for the purpose of this journey. And we ask that as you breathe into the lower abdomen, allow it to expand, and allow the breath to also move up into the chest, and then just letting the breath go. Smiling and sending a wave of relaxation down over the front of the body. Smiling at your face, your chest and arms, your abdomen, smiling all the way down your legs to your feet and feeling that wave of relaxation moving down and removing any tension over the front of your body. And smiling again and sending another wave of relaxation over the back of the body. Dissolving tension as this wave moves over the back of the head and neck, over the tops and backs of the arms, all the way down your back, over the buttocks, and melting down the back of your legs, all the way down to your feet. And taking another deep breath in and smiling and sending a wave of relaxation through the body, coming through the head, letting all thoughts dissolve as this wave of relaxation comes through the inside of your chest and abdomen and pelvis and all the way down the inside of your legs to your feet. Good, and just allowing your awareness to move down from your feet into the earth, connecting with the earth and rooting your acquired mind in the earth as you send tree roots out from your feet at a depth of 1 or 2 body lengths into the earth, and allowing them to spread out and allowing your energy to ground and relax and become more stable. And thanking the earth for holding you this way, for loving you this way, and feeling her send her love to you in the form of beautiful golden light, and using your roots like straws to gather this energy, gather it towards your feet, gather it towards your feet, heels, and then feeling it rush up the back of the body, over the head, and melting down the front of the body, collecting in a cauldron that you can visualize or imagine or feel in your lower abdomen. Gathering this earth energy, gathering the love of the earth into you, into your lower abdomen, and feeling this energy filling the cauldron and overflowing and transforming into a beautiful, thick, warm, dense, healing steam that travels inside your body and nourishes all of the cells, tissues, and organs inside you. And feeling this spread to the tips of your toes and the tips of your fingers and all the way up to your head and everywhere in between. The body filling with this healing, steamy energy and becoming so full that it has nowhere else to go. And you sense it rushing up the sides of your chest and down the inside of your arms and out through the palms of your hands to fill the space around you, from your feet all the way up to your head, and feeling this steam surrounding you, pressing against your body, the front, the back, the left and the right, and the top of your head and the bottom of your feet. Very good. And allowing yourself to rise up into the heavens, to connect with the heavens, all of the heavenly bodies, the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, and all of the beings of light who reside here, sensing all of this energy in whatever way you do, and loving these energies, loving this light, and feeling them loving you back as a stream of silvery white light starts to pour down onto the crown, And allow this energy to come in now through the head, through the crown, and fill your head, your chest, and your abdomen. And as this light pours in, a beautiful fluorescent tube of energy inside you, your Taiji pole lights up, connecting all three of these bodies, these reservoirs of energy. Good. And as you breathe in from heaven, breathe in from earth, and breathe in from nature all around you, breathing directly into your center core and feeling it light up and get brighter and brighter. And as you exhale, the light expands and becomes even more luminous and even more radiant. With each breath, your center core becomes brighter and brighter, and as you exhale, the light expands until there's so much light inside this Taiji pole that it can't be contained here, and it radiates out through the body, into the body tissues, filling the body with this light. And as you inhale more from heaven and earth and the environment, and as you exhale, the light expands and even gets brighter and starts to radiate out through the pores of your skin, filling the space around you with light. And just continuing to breathe this way, feeling yourself filling with this light and feeling this energy radiating out through the body and into the space around you. Very good. And bringing your awareness now to your heart, to the place where the energies of heaven coming downwards and earth rising upwards meet. And bringing your awareness into your heart, becoming smaller and smaller, and allowing the energy in your heart to become brighter and brighter until you find that place or that space, that wave of energy that allows your sense of awareness to expand outwards or perhaps upwards or both.
Good. And just continuing to breathe this way. Breathe this in as you are focusing on your heart, letting your focus come in as you breathe in and expand as you exhale and going out in all directions. Coming back into the center again, the heart center, smaller and smaller, deeper and deeper focus, and then exhale and expand into the space around you, coming back into the center again with your focus, and with the exhale, expanding, letting yourself dissolve now into that great space around you. And being in this space, being in this openness, this spaciousness, the space above you, below you, within you, all around you, that sense of borders gone, into a place of pure being, letting yourself float in this sense of being, letting your awareness of the breath now go away and just be in this open space, place of peace and equanimity and relaxation. Good, and as you relax now, begin to feel perhaps another energy, something else that is beginning now to lift you, to draw you, to shift your energy now upward, lifting upward, floating upward. And as you float upward, feel as if perhaps there is something like a ceiling or a membrane or something above you that opens up now, opens up and shifts you into a different space, an opening. Another energy, lighter, brighter. And as you do, as you move into this next space, a sense of more oneness, more peace. The peace becomes deeper. The space that you are in becomes stronger and yet more peaceful at the same time. More flow, more letting go, the mind becoming more quiet as you move into this higher state. And as you are in this place now, feeling now another energy, and this energy is a different energy. This is your guides. These are the beings of light who are here to work with you individually, working with you personally. These are your guides, your light beings, coming now to you, into your energy field, into your awareness, into your consciousness, as a presence that is all around you. And allow yourself to just open to this presence, these presences. Here for you. And being sure to not in any way judge, but to just be open, to just relax and allow these presences to be with you. And then feel the presences. What are the qualities here? What are these beings offering you? For indeed, these beings are grateful for you to be here, to be in this space, to be connecting. And if you feel like you are not connecting, just let go. Just let go and be with the experience that you are having. Just let yourself be in your experience. And so feeling the presence of these beings and allowing their energy to move you, to touch you, to connect with you, perhaps even to speak to you. For there are so many beings that are here to work with you during this course, and that are so grateful that you are willing and reaching up and meditating to connect with them. And for some of you, this is an easy connection. And for some of you, you are not quite as certain about your connection, and yet we are just here to give you a taste. And for you to know that by going through this course, this series, these steps, that you will be opening the doorway and that you will be making this connection step by step, solidly, to be with the beings of light. For we are all here and we are all very happy that you are here. Good. And now the beings of light are going to increase the energy just a little more, making their presence known a little bit more fully to you. With their vibration, with their resonance. And some of you are kinesthetic, and some of you are visual, and some of you are auditory. And so you will experience this and our presence in your own unique way. Good. So feeling this love, this radiance, this support. That is here for you, that is always here for you. And that you can learn to connect to so that you can walk in the world as who you truly are, as a being of light that you are, bringing your light into the world, your radiance into the world, making a difference in the world through your awakening. For indeed, this is a course on awakening, awakening to who you are, to who you truly are, to the being of light that you are. So that you can bring this and offer this light into the world. Your love, your compassion, your kindness, your truth, your peace. That the light of the higher worlds can shine out of your heart. And bring that great transformation not only to yourself, but to those around you, and indeed out into the whole of humanity and your planet. Good. And so now, from this world of light, coming back down to your physical body, becoming aware of your physicality, then coming back towards your body and gathering and connecting downward like a genie going into a bottle, a hand going down into a glove, filling back in the space of you, making that connection between these higher worlds and the world of matter, the earth plane. So coming back now fully and completely, back to the time and the space of the earth plane. And we give you our gratitude and thanks for being here, for taking this journey with us. And we look forward to connecting with you again on the journey into the worlds of love and light. Thank you. Peace be with you. Okay. So, any comments there on your journey? And so that wasn't done. This is not the way that we would get into those spaces in this series, but it was a taste of those spaces. So we set up through a different pathway to get into some of those same spaces. This will take you on a very solid pathway, but we couldn't go there because you've got to do the work to build each one of these layers up. And so that was like a flyby. Really kind of a flyby. And it's not the same. You'll be working up each energy center, spending time on each one to really build your way there. So I hope you had a good journey with that. Done. Okay. Great. So Dawn, on the website. So from the email that I sent out, you can just go and follow the link on my website to the tuition page. Yeah. Welcome. Glad to have you join us. Oh, Kat was enjoying. That's nice. Yeah.
There's Jill.
Yeah. Okay, other comments there?
Oh, the cat's right out of it.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, great. So, peaceful, relaxing, and joyful. Excellent. We all need more peaceful, relaxing, and joyful in our lives. You know, our world is not peaceful, relaxing, and joyful. It's usually stressful and intense and too much information, too much going on. So glad that it was, so that was that for you. Great. Okay. Oh, interesting. So Paul,
Awesome.
I realized I had some light beings with me during a certain ceremony that were with me tonight. Great. Yeah, you got your crew with you. Excellent. So they're like, yay. Glad you're here. Nice. Okay, we just have time for a few more questions and then we will be finished up. So if you are with Caroline, then I think your folks are already working with you. So that's great. And otherwise, you can sign up through the website. Yes.
There's a blank person.
I don't see them.
You don't?
No, I have to
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. There's a rose there.
Oh, I don't see a rose.
I do.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. Maybe that's Rose. It's very nice, though. Beautiful. Good. So, yes, if anybody else has any more comments, otherwise, yeah, we would love to have you join us. This is such a great way to go through this, and really, I just don't know any other. I don't know anything like it. It's an engine. It takes you into these other worlds. You build this. It's practice. You build it, and it'll take you there. And we'll all be going on this journey. We love taking you guys on this journey.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All is ready.
Yes. Yeah, hoping you're ready. You can read lots more on the Oren Ben website. There's free downloads, free meditations on there. Lots of fun stuff. So highly recommend you do that. Let's see. Okay.
Yes, starts January the 6th and is almost consistently every second Monday.
Until we get to the end part, when we make
Yes.
a little more space, because we want everybody to have lots of time to go over. Because some people are like, "Oh, I love to do number 2." I haven't quite feeling like I'm finished with this one before I go on to the next one. I want to hang out longer. So sometimes people will want to hang out longer on some. Other people will be, getting ahead and, finishing it before. So that's all great. Everybody can do their own pace. There's nothing, it's like follow your heart. No rights, no wrongs. Just, do what feels right to you. Your own right. We're not telling you that there's any right and wrongs being imposed. So yeah, we go from January through to the last one in July. And so we bookend it. So we have a very beginning, and then when everybody should be done, all of it, we have another final one. It's the last one, our last, where everyone has come through this whole amazing journey together. Okay, great. Jill, we'll see you on the 6th, and hopefully we'll see everybody else who's out there on the 6th as well.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Yes.
You're welcome, Dawn.
Yes, thanks. Okay.
Bye, Angelica.
Great. Angelica. Great. Okay. Well.
Oh, you're welcome, Jill.
Okay.
You're welcome, Paula.
Yes. Okay, yes. Nice to meet everyone.
Yes.
Okay, great. We will see you then. Okay, we're going to end the meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, Wendy. See you next
Bye.
time. Bye, Dawn.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Dawn. Bye, Paula. Angelica. Rose. Okay.